Hey, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I hope everybody is having a good evening tonight on this Wednesday in May. I mean, really, where did the month go? Okay, good. Yeah, I'm on. So, thank you all very much for joining me on another episode of Relax Well with Dr. Dietrich. I'm very happy to be here with y'all tonight because I have a great topic for tonight, and I actually just came up with it tonight. I feel it's a very needed to be discussed topic. I talk about stress in the workplace, and most of us are dealing with stress in the workplace. But it's a especially a poignant topic to talk about because it has to do with other people as well. So please tag people to come on in and listen to this live stream and definitely share it. I think I'm live. Yeah, definitely share it. I'm going to be talking about what to do when a coworker is stressing you out. What to do when a coworker is stressing you out. Let me just make sure I'm on. Okay, good. And um tonight's live will talk about what you can do to help your stress, okay? Not what you can do to change someone else's comfort or to change someone else or confront someone else. That is definitely going to be another live stream, but this is working on you and your own self. We're going to focus on you tonight. Please tag people to share, watch this live stream. Um, but one thing I do want to mention, and hey, Susie, thanks for joining me. I'm talking about what to do when a coworker stresses you out. But before I get started, I want to make sure that y'all tag people to come in. If you're watching this on the replay, please put hashtag replay in the comments. That would be appreciated. You can also go watch the replay on my YouTube channel, Dr. Dietrich G. Okay. So before I get started, I want to talk to y'all about intra-office bullying. Okay. If this is the case for you, this really cannot be tolerated. I'm not talking about that on tonight's topic. So you need to make sure you talk to your boss or your human resources person to get this resolved because you deserve definitely to feel safe in your own work environment, and bullying cannot be tolerated. And also, I do talk about or address bullying in my book briefly and how you can deal with that when it deals with workplace stress. And you can pick up a copy about that, but I'll talk about that a little bit later on in the end. Hey, Kasali, thanks for watching. Hey, Trina, thanks for watching. And thanks, Susie, for tagging folks. Um, so, again, tonight's topic is about coworkers that are stressing you out, that are getting on your nerves, that kind of stressing you out, not bullying stressing you out. Put in the chat, please do not put any names. Do not put any specific people's names, y'all, please. But if you are at the job and a coworker is stressing you out, please put what that is. Again, do not put a name. So, for example, do you work with someone that complains about everything, everybody, all the time about everything and everyone? That's one. What about like the coworker who is like the hall monitor? You know what I mean? The one who's a tattletale or the kiss ass, that kind of thing. That person. What about the person who always has something to say? Okay, y'all know who that is. And what about the one that you feel that's lazy? They're not doing their work. All they do is slacking and it's stressing you out to see someone else performing that way or lack of performing. Or finally, what about the one who is like just a grumpy pants, just grumpy, never a nice day, always a horrible day, never a smile, just attitude. And when you see him, it's kind of like, you don't want anybody else's negative energy to bring you down, so it stresses you out just even thinking about that person. So anybody got any thoughts about that? Oh yeah, okay, there you go. The coworker who lies to cover their mess up. That's fair enough. I didn't think about that one, but yeah, that's definitely one. Thanks for sharing that one, Susie. Okay, so imagine this. Tell me what you would do. So you at work and you minding your own business, doing your work, and then you see the coworker that's stressing you out, coming down the hall or getting ready to come towards you. You roll your eyes and you like brace for it. What do you do? Just put this in the chat. Do you like pick up the phone and act like you're talking to somebody where you're like, oh no, 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 I can't talk right now, no, no, no. Or do you act busy like you can't give them your attention, like you don't see them, you just into your work and that kind of thing. Um do you face them head on? You just put face them head on, put it in the chat, or do you do something else? So another thing, just put in the chat when you see the coworker that's stressing you out. What do you do right now about it? Tell me about what you do about it right now. And the thing is with stress is, especially stress in the workplace. I mean, there's so many reasons in the job to already be stressed out in your work environment. I mean, just going to a job that you don't really want to go to can be stressful. We know that the workload can be stressful, or the responsibilities that are placed upon you can be stressful. The hours worked, the climate, the communication. There's just a whole multitude of different stressors. Let alone if the actual people that you're working with and around are stressing you out. I mean, it could really be something else. So, I mean, just imagine, wouldn't it be nice to go to your job, a job you love, people you love to be around with, you love the work that you're doing. I mean, you love the policies, you exchange pleasantries with each other, and, you call it a day and you go home. But I know work don't work like that. You know it don't. You're dealing with different people with different personality types, right? Susie says she ignores them. That's definitely one coping strategy. But like I was saying, I want to talk to you tonight about how you can help yourself at work with a coworker that stresses you out. So I'm going to share with y'all 5 ways that I feel that what you can do when your coworkers are stressing you out. And again, remember this is focused on you, not them. Okay. And later on, I'll do another live that I can talk about how you can approach someone who is stressing you out. But now this is working on your own personal self. Okay. The first one, and the first and foremost, I talk about it on all of my live streams. For me, the cornerstone of stress management and the acute stressors is when you are doing some deep breathing. So I want you to just calm things down. Yes, do some deep breathing, talk yourself down, but doing some deep breathing because you don't want to pop off at someone. I mean, you want to, but you know you can't, right? So do some deep breathing. The second thing is to activate Dr. Dietrich's work stress action plan. You may have heard me mention this in the past. I especially did when I first got started as America's Relaxation Doctor. But I've come up with a work stress action plan. And this is actually a plan that I've created to help you in some of work's most stressful situations. Because number one, you don't want it to get to work where you say something in the heat of the moment and you can't take it back, and you don't want to like regret what you're saying, and you don't want to uh, not be able to mend a situation. So you don't want things to escalate, but then also you want to make sure that you don't make it worse because you can't take back when the what is it called, the horse is out of the barn or something like that. When the horse is out of the barn, you can't get it back. So you have to choose your words uh, in a strategic way because you can't take them back once they're said. So that's what my work stress action plan says, and there's a few things that you can do to help de-escalate a very stressful work situation, especially if it's caused by a coworker. So you can activate that. Another thing is you can actually excuse yourself to the restroom, even if you don't have to use the restroom. I mean, it's just a bonus if you have to use the restroom. Right? I talk about that as far as helping you with stress, but excuse yourself to the restroom. And when you go to the restroom, usually and hopefully the person who's stressing you out won't be following you in there. Um, you can remove yourself from that situation. Okay, you can remove yourself from that stressful person, that stressful situation, and then you can do some deep breathing and all that stuff. Okay. The next thing you can do, and this is definitely one of my favorites, is to shout it out. So this may seem a little bit awkward at first. Um, yes, you want to personally walk up to that person that's giving you stress, and you want to give them a good dressing down, and maybe use some explicitives, and just tell them to, shut up or get to work or leave me alone, or do all that stuff. But you at work, you can't do that. Or can you? All right. I'm here to say actually you can do that. You can tell someone exactly what you want to tell them, how you want to tell them, as loud as you want to tell them, and all that stuff. And you like, Dr. Dietrich, what are you talking about? I'm up at work. I can't tell such and such to mind their own business and to, leave me alone. I can't do all that. But actually, yes, you can. Just hear me out. You can do all that, but you can do it in your car with the windows rolled up. I'm telling you, y'all, just hear me out. What you can do is at the end of the day, or if you're fortunate enough to get a break or lunch break, go to your car, go to your vehicle, make sure all the windows are rolled up. And if you feel a little bit awkward or embarrassed doing it, put the phone up to your face like talking on the phone. But here it's such a big release, y'all. I'm telling you, you can just shout, you can tell a person exactly what you want to say without mincing your words, without covering up any words, putting all of your emotion into it. And I'm telling you, it's such a big release. It's such a big release, and it's such a big relief as well to get it out. Because you can imagine you at work, somebody on your nerves all day, you really want to talk to them, give them a piece of your mind, and it's just building up and building up and bubbling, and you can't necessarily go talk to the person. And I'll talk to you later on in another live about how you can talk to the person, but in that immediate moment, you just feel like you just really want to just tell them exactly how you feel. And I've done this a couple of times in the car, and I'm telling you, if you could just hear me out and just try it, you may really get some benefit from it. It can really help uh, de-escalate a situation that's going on in your mind, and it can really be a great release for y'all. So just try that. Just humor me and try it. And then finally is if it's really, really bad and it's ongoing, it's chronic, you haven't been able to address it, even if you do address it with the proper channels that I'll talk about in another live stream, it's really bad. One of the things you may can possibly do is to see if you can transfer to another department. If the place is big enough, transfer to another department or to another area, just for you can have your own peace of mind. Because like I said, work can be stressful enough and you just don't need anybody extra adding to your stress. So that is one possible situation. Um, but I do want to impart to y'all that you can move around from job to job or situation to situation, area to area. But if it's like a lesson that needs to be learned, namely how do you deal with people that are causing you stress, you may still find the same thing that's following you wherever place you go. But make sure you talk to human resources, see if you're able to get yourself out of that situation, just to give you some peace of mind. Okay, so that's 5 tips. There's a whole lot more. Okay, I really appreciate y'all listening with me tonight. And keep in mind, if you need somebody to talk to, or you need somebody to come to you all's workplace, where I can talk about workplace stress reduction. Um, Pass my information along to the decision makers at your work, and I can come in and give tutorials and discussions about it, how you can better manage your workplace stressors. Just go to my website at drdietrichg.com to find out more. And, I did write a book. You can pick up a copy of my Amazon best-selling book, Relaxed and Ready, A Simple Roadmap to Reducing Workplace Stress and Frustration. Okay. And here I detail many different scenarios, what stress does to you in the workplace, how you can help better manage your stress in the workplace. So you can actually pick up a copy at relaxedandreadybook.com. And that is actually in the title for the live stream tonight. So unless there's any other comments or suggestions, I really appreciate you all's participation and your attention. Again, please share this live stream with someone who you feel they can benefit. Until next week, I am Dr. Dietrich Gorman, America's Relaxation Doctor, and have a wonderful evening. And please remember to take time for yourself to help de-stress yourself, even at work. Okay. Take care, y'all. Bye.